You heard the housing market is crashing. You probably have heard that there is a housing bubble that is about to pop or has popped. You probably have also heard that we are walking into a recession and or already in a recession. But you still want to buy a house. And you're wondering if now is a good time to do so. If you're in Chicago, the answer is yes. My name is Lee Kaylee Darder, realtor here in Chicago, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing the trends in June to help you prepare to be a buyer and seller in today's market. Let's get into it. So one of the things that I like to look at is open houses. Open houses are a great indicator for whether or not there are listings. It also tells me what buyers are doing and what sellers are doing. So first, let's take a look at these listings. Blue is this year, green is last year. Last year, you can see that there were more listings than we've had at all this year. However, if we just look at June alone, we can see that there are more listings than there have been all year within this year. At the beginning of the year here in the city of Chicago, we had about 4,463 listings. In June, our highest amount of listings was 7,280 within the third week of June. We can predict that those listings are going to continue to come up throughout these summer months as people will continue to transition and move to other places. And we also see that there's more new construction hitting the market as well. And unfortunately, we are also seeing more people going into foreclosures. So, with all of those things taking place, naturally we have new listings on the market. Now, if you are a buyer, this is great for you because that means that you have more things to look at. A lot of buyers, especially over these last couple of years with there being so much competition, have been creating a needs list. What are their top priorities? Buyers are no longer looking for their dream home. They are just looking for the homes that are meeting the boxes that are on the list. With there being new listings, you may be able to add some of those things that you want that may not be a necessity, but something nice to have that you can put on this list. I also want to encourage you though, just because there are quote unquote more listings does not mean that you have the time to sit around and think and wait and stall. You still need to be moving quickly. You still need to make sure that you can put in the best offer that you can because it is still a hot market for sure. We also know that interest rates are rising, but if we look at the trends over time within the last couple of decades, we can see that interest rates are still lower than they have been in history's past. Now, we know that interest rates are going to continue to rise. Right now, the average amount for a 30-year loan, a fixed mortgage, is about 5.5% where I am. You need to check in your local area, check with different lenders, see what interest rates they can offer you, and then move quickly because interest rates, again, are going to continue to rise. On the seller side, we can see that home prices are continuing to go up. Last year, again, is green. This year is blue. This year, even though there are less listings, home prices are continuing to go up. As a buyer, what you need to know is number one, how can you maximize your offer so that you can have the strongest offer? What homes are you looking at within your price range that you can win in? Work with your realtor on that. If you're in Chicago, obviously you can work with me. We have a team here that can assist you on that. Myself, as well as my team lead, we are both pricing strategy advisors. So we know how to look at a home and determine its value, even though in this market, you really just need to decide do you want it or not. That's really the indicator. But my home sellers, there are listings for you to get into if you decide to sell your home. And then also new construction, again, is on the rise so that you are able to afford maybe a house that does have all your wants and all your needs, okay? And if you are someone who is still renting, maybe you're waiting for this housing bubble, maybe you are just waiting on an opportunity for the market to go down so you can get back into home buying, you might not want to wait too long because rent is also continuing to go up. We know that when we are giving money to a landlord, which I'm not opposed to this, everybody has to make their money. There is a spot for renting, but you know that when you are renting, you are giving money to someone else for them to pay their mortgage and have that asset. When you're renting, that's not an asset for you. So what you can do is you can, again, prepare yourself for the home buying process by working on your credit. Make sure your credit score is together. Working on your capital. Get your money up. Have your down payment money ready. Have your closing cost money ready. Prepare for the worst. And while you're renting, maybe you remember that the ultimate goal is to have that asset, which is a home. And so maybe you don't get the highest price rental. You get something that you can have for now. Maybe you're a little bit uncomfortable so that you can hurry up and buy a house that's an asset for you that will make money for you later on down the road. With that being said, I also want to invite everyone here to check out Water Cooler Wednesday. Water Cooler Wednesday is something that my team we host every Wednesday. It's virtual. All you got to do is hop on and learn about what's happening in the market. This week, we're going to be talking about foreclosures. Our lender is going to get on and teach you ways that you can prevent yourself from going into foreclosure. If you are someone who needs to sell immediately, you're going to want to partner with myself and the rest of my team to help you make sure you get the max amount on your home so that you can pay off your mortgage and also have some money so that you can go somewhere else and not just completely forfeit that and get yourself into debt and back into the cycle. It's avoidable. Don't be that person. If you need help, please reach out. Check down in the comments. We're going to have the event for our first time homebuyer workshop coming up this Saturday. It's going to be in person. I'm also going to have the link for Water Cooler Wednesday down in the comments below. And then I'll also have a link for my buyer and seller guide. It is really specific to what's happening this summer. It takes a look at the current market rates. It takes a look at the current trends with buyers and sellers so that you can be more informed as you are out here in this housing market. And then also down in the comments, you can also get a look to see the Chicago listings that have been posted, especially over this weekend. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you next week to talk about what happened this week in Chicago.